Sawadee-kap, hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and we come together on Wednesdays in order to encourage, support, and motivate each other in our meditation practice. On Sundays, I go through a chapter in this book, Developing a Life Practice, The Path That Leads to Enlightenment. Each Sunday, I'm going chapter by chapter and guiding students in developing a nice foundation for their path to enlightenment, understanding the teachings of the Buddha and how to actually get to enlightenment. And this program is going to be restarting on the 13th of August from the very beginning. It's a 7-month program where each Sunday I'm walking you through this book. And then on Wednesdays, we're encouraging, supporting, and motivating each other by coming together in our meditation practice. And this is also an opportunity for you to not only meditate, but at the end of our meditation, I open up to any and all questions that you might have related to your practice of the teachings of the Buddha. That can be related to meditation or any other challenges or struggles that you're having, anything that you need clarity on in terms of the teachings. Because remember, this is an independent journey. In the path to enlightenment as an independent journey, reaching out to a teacher for guidance. And the teacher is going to provide you books, videos, podcasts, audiobooks, classes, courses, retreats, personal guidance, all these things and others in order to help you, but it's up to you to actually do the work to walk towards enlightenment. So I'd like to welcome all of you, whether you're joining for the first time or you're joining regularly. If you're joining live or you're listening to this on the replay, I'd like to welcome all of you and invite you to join for loving kindness meditation. The way that we start our loving kindness meditation is we start with a brief chant to kind of ease the mind into meditation. There's nothing mystical or magical that's happening with this chant. It's not a prayer or worship or any kind of rites or rituals. It really just helps to ease the mind into meditation so you get more benefit out of the meditation itself. Then I'll provide some brief guidance on breathing mindfulness meditation. And we'll be doing that for about 5 minutes or so, where you'll be able to do breathing mindfulness meditation to prepare the mind for loving kindness meditation. Then I'll be coming in with affirmations and guidance on loving kindness meditation, where on the out breath, you'll be repeating an affirmation in the mind, such as, may I be peaceful, may I be safe, may I be well, may I be free of all discontentedness and the suffering it causes. You're going to do these one by one on the out breath. We're going to do them very gradually. And what this is doing is transforming the mind away from anger, hatred, and ill will, and those lesser versions like frustration, irritation, annoyance, and things like that. And then after our loving kindness meditation, we'll be coming back to breathing mindfulness meditation for a short period of time before we come out with some chanting. So in this meditation, I'm going to be using some general affirmations that are helpful when I'm leading a group of students. But what you would like to do is you would like to customize this meditation based on your specific needs. Individuals that you do have anger and hatred and ill will for. Individuals where you do get frustrated or irritated or agitated or annoyed. This meditation is transforming your mind so that now when you're around those individuals, you can be more loving and kind. You're not doing this meditation in order to change other people. You can't change other people through your meditation. If that was the case, there would be no such things as murders, rapes, or prisons, or things like this, because a bunch of people would get together and meditate and change other people through their meditation. What this meditation is for is to change your mind, to transform your mind away from that poison or that unwholesome root of anger, hatred, and ill will. So again, I would like to invite you to join for this meditation. We typically do this in the seated, lying, or standing positions. There is a walking position, but we tend to do that with breathing mindfulness meditation, not loving kindness meditation. So if you'd like to take a position either seated on the floor or in a chair, or if you'd like to lie on the floor, or if you're in a bed or something like that, or if you'd like to stand, these are all options that you can use because you would like the body to be comfortable. Not luxurious and not painful, but comfortable. That's the middle way. That anytime you experience any pain, you should change the body position so that you can get into a comfortable position. If you're on the floor, that might mean you have some cushions under your rear with your legs crossed. If you're in a chair, you might just be sitting with your feet flat on the floor or crossed at the ankles. This isn't about everybody doing it exactly the same way. It's about finding what's comfortable for you. So if you can find what's comfortable for you, either in the seated, lying, or standing position, that's what's best, because the ultimate goal is to train the mind. And if the body is experiencing pain, it would be very difficult to train the mind, because all the mind is experiencing is pain, 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 pain. So find a body position that is comfortable, not luxurious and not painful. Then, if you'd like to close the eyes and just start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, you can sit here with the breath, or you're welcome to join in with the chanting. And then after the chanting, I'll come back with some guidance to take you further into meditation. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Bhutang Bhagavanang Abhivateyami Savakato Bhagavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Saṅghang Namami Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti piso Bhagava Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vicacaranang Sammuno Sakato Rokavito Anutero Purisa Dhamma Sati Satatawa Manusranang Bhoto Bhagavati. Okay, with the body comfortable and the eyes closed, just start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath, a nice, steady, gradual, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And when you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. So wherever you get to the next inhale, just breathe in gradually through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in in, out. Once the breath is well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Just wherever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Then I'll come back with guidance on loving kindness meditation. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Repeat these affirmations on your next out breath. May I be peaceful. May I be safe. May I be well. May I be free of all discontentedness and the suffering it causes. May we be peaceful. May we be safe. May we be well. May we be free of all discontentedness and the suffering it causes. May my family and friends be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness and the suffering it causes. May my co-workers be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness and the suffering it causes. May all those who I come into contact with today be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness and the suffering it causes. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be well. May all beings be free of discontentedness and the suffering it causes. Now go back to breathing mindfulness meditation, focusing on the breath. Breathing in and out. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakava Bhutang Mahakavanang Abhivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Sāvaka คสังโฆสังฆังนามามินะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมะคะวะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสคาโตโรกาวิโตอนุเตโรภูริสาดามาสติสัตตาตวามานุสนังพุทโธภาควาติ Okay, if you guys would like to gradually ease your way out of meditation, what I'll do is I'll open up to any questions that you guys might have related to the teachings of the Buddha. You can ask questions through putting those into Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom, and I'll see those in the comment section. Or if you're in Zoom, you can either put them in the comment section or you can raise your hand electronically, and I'll see any questions that you ask. Okay, so it looks like there's a question here coming in from Max. What is meant when offering someone to be well? So what you're doing is you're training your mind that you have an interest in seeing other beings be well, because that's what true love is that you don't want anything from them, you don't expect anything from them, that you don't have a bunch of conditions that if they're polite to me, if they respect me, then I will be nice to them. Instead, you're trying to remove all that expectation, all that kind of craving, desire, attachment, any kind of wants, and you're looking to get to a point with every single being in your life and all beings in the world that you don't want anything from anybody. The only thing you're interested in is seeing others be well. And this being too, this being who you are now, Max, right? This being that we refer to as Max, it's important that you take care of this being and have a practice of being interested in seeing this being be well too. So when you're interested in someone being well, then what you're doing is you're practicing true love, where you don't want anything, you're only interested in seeing this being be well. So those 4 affirmations are: be peaceful, that you're interested in seeing others be peaceful, but you understand that their peacefulness is based on their decisions. You can't create peacefulness for someone else, but what you're doing is in your mind, you're transforming it where you're only interested in seeing other beings be peaceful. And you understand that if you're being harmful through your intention, speech, and actions, or your livelihood, then that's going to potentially create an environment where someone can potentially become unpeaceful. You're not causing someone's unpeacefulness, but you can cause harm to an individual. So by you practicing wholesome moral conduct, you're ensuring that you're having this interest in seeing others be peaceful. And that's what's going to help you to not have that anger, hatred, ill will, frustration, irritation. And then through your moral conduct, you're practicing loving kindness, or this genuine interest in seeing others be well. So you're interested in seeing others be peaceful. You're interested in seeing others be safe, that they're being well, and that they're free of discontentedness and the suffering it causes. That means enlightenment itself. So you only have a genuine interest in seeing others be well, and you don't have judgment. You're not judging them whether they deserve your loving kindness. You're just having loving kindness for all beings, and you're transforming your mind away from any cravings and anger and ignorance that's going to stand in the way of you practicing this loving kindness towards others. So the loving kindness meditation is transforming your mind so that then in your intention, speech, and actions, you're then able to practice in such a way through your moral conduct that you're only loving and kind. And this is where you'll see your relationships blossom. Because when you have craving, anger, and ignorance in the mind, you'll tend to be harsh or rough or aggressive or bitter in your relationships. And now when you're putting that out, that's what's going to come back to you. So by you transforming your mind with loving kindness meditation and all the other teachings, now your relationships can truly blossom. Let's see. So Max follows up with, okay, I believe my idea of being well is incorrect. Possibly I view being well in regards to health. Yeah, you can think of it that way too, Max. That's part of, being interested in someone being well, is that they're healthy, that they're mentally healthy, they're physically healthy, but understanding that because of impermanence, that beings can't be permanently healthy. But you're trying to cultivate in your mind that you have this interest in seeing others be well, whether that's physical health, mental health, or anything else. But you're not wishing for that to occur. You're not hoping that will occur. But what you're doing is you're transforming your mind so that you only have a genuine interest in seeing them be well. So you're rewiring your mind so that now, say, I don't know, I'll just use an example from my life. Like when I was growing up, I had a lot of hostility towards my mother. And then when I started doing this meditation, and prior to that, I was very angry. I was very hateful. I was very resentful towards her. But then doing this meditation, I transformed my mind where instead of being angry, hateful, and resentful, and even wishing harm on her perhaps, I started training my mind to be interested in seeing her be peaceful and be safe and be well and be free of discontentedness. So now in the past where I'd be aggressive, hostile, and bitter to her through my intention, speech, and actions, now when I started transforming my mind when I was around my mom, I was able to be kind and loving and caring and peaceful myself and non-judgmental myself. And now when she was being bitter and harsh with me, I realized that was coming, and then I just chose not to be bitter and harsh back. And then we ultimately got to a point where I was always being loving and kind, and then over a period of years, she was able to then extinguish all of her anger and hatred towards me, and then she was loving and kind with me, and then we just had a very fulfilling relationship where neither one of us were bitter and harsh with each other. But if I didn't change my mind first, we wouldn't have gotten to that, right? Because oftentimes what we do in the unenlightened state is we sit back and we wait and we say, okay, I'm not going to respect you until you respect me, right? Or that's like a log jam. Like I'm only going to respect those people who respect me, and those people who disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect them. Well, if you do that, then that means you're putting out disrespect, and it's going to just keep coming back to you. So it's like a big log jam if everybody's waiting for other people to be respectful before I will be respectful. Instead, what you need to practice is you're always polite, kind, friendly, respectful, with loving kindness permeating in the mind, this genuine interest in seeing others be well. And when you put that out, if others choose to be bitter and harsh, that's their choice, but you're not going to allow your mind to do that. So you might choose to move on from that relationship, or it might be something temporary. Maybe you're going to a store and there's a cashier who's bitter and harsh, and you're being loving and kind and polite and respectful, and they're just being bitter and harsh. Okay, it's a temporary thing. You handle your transaction and you move on. No harm, no foul. No expectations of this person to be any particular way. They're struggling with whatever they're struggling with, but don't allow their struggles to become your struggles. So you maintain your brightness, your radiance, your love, your kindness, your politeness, and your respect no matter what's going on around you. And then you just choose of where you go and what you do and what you choose to associate with. But where you see somebody else having a miserable time at their day, don't allow your expectations of them to be well and safe and all of that, to then create misery on your side, because you understand that everyone's peacefulness, safety, wellness, and discontentedness or peacefulness, it's all based on that individual's decision. So even though you're transforming your mind to have a genuine interest in seeing this being be well, you understand with wisdom that for them to be well, they have to make certain decisions. And when you encounter somebody who's not well, you don't take it as you've done something to cause that, because you can know very clearly that anything that's going on in their mind and any way that they're choosing to interact, they're choosing to do that on their own. You didn't choose for them to be angry. You didn't choose for them to be bitter and harsh. They're choosing that for themselves. But you're going to choose to maintain your calmness, composure, your evenness of temper, your loving kindness, your compassion, concern for the misfortune of others. And then if you just need to go about your day, then you go about your day, right? You might say, have a lovely day. And it might kind of scowl at you and, make an ugly face because they're just so disgruntled, perhaps. Okay, well, that's what they're choosing to do, but you don't need to allow that to rain on your parade, so to speak, right? All right, so great questions there, Max. Let's see if we have any other places. I'm not seeing any other questions anywhere else. So, yes, you're welcome, Max. Pleased to help you. So I will just end the class here by inviting you guys to come to our future classes, which this Sunday in the group learning program, we're going to be in chapter 24 of this book, Developing a Life Practice, The Path That Leads to Enlightenment. This is where we're going to be discussing the misunderstandings of Gautama Buddha's teachings. Because now over a 6.5-month period, I've been teaching in the group learning program what it takes to get to enlightenment and what the path to enlightenment is. And when you go out in other places or you read other books or you even go to different temples, they may not necessarily be sharing teachings based on the original words of the Buddha. And because of that, you're going to see all kinds of misunderstandings in the world about the teachings of the Buddha. And if you take what I taught you and you go into some of these other venues or you pick up these other books, you might be very confused of why they're sharing what they're sharing and I shared what I shared. Well, what I'm sharing is based on the original words of the Buddha, but not everybody is doing that. So you can oftentimes see misunderstandings. So one of the ways to help you learn the path to enlightenment is to explain to you what is the path to enlightenment. And that's what I've been doing for 6.5 months in the group learning program. But now another way to be able to see the path very clearly is to share with you the misunderstandings. So when you encounter those, you understand what they are, and then you can maintain your clarity and your wisdom about the path to enlightenment. And then next Wednesday, we're going to be doing breathing mindfulness meditation together as a group. So you're welcome to come for the breathing mindfulness meditation. And then, of course, each Saturday, we're doing the Pali Canon and English study group. We're starting volume 6 now. So you're welcome to join into the Pali Canon and English study group at any point. So thank you all for joining. Max, thank you for your questions. We'll see you guys in one of these future classes. Have a very lovely and wonderful rest of your day. Sawadee krap. Thank you again for watching. Enjoy your meditation. Look forward to seeing you online and answering any questions that you might have. Thank you so much.